Hi, I'm Shauna Walters.
And I'm Nicole Plaxen. And this is the Jessica Fury podcast. Hit like and subscribe.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the show. So today we have Nicole Plaxen and Shauna Walters. They are the founders of Walters and Plaxen Estates with Beverly Hills Estates. You probably have seen them on the Real Deal LA Business Journal. They have a total of over $1 billion in sales, and they have $600 million in active listings. And one of the things that I love so much is that you guys have been friends for such a long time. I love that. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. I want to talk numbers for a second. Where are you guys today in active listings?
She's a numbers girl.
Yeah, so about 600. That's accurate. Yeah, about 600 in signed listings.
And active listings since 600 million.
Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is like mind blowing.
Yeah, it's exciting. I mean, we've both been in the business for 20 years.
I know.
So it only took us 20 years to get there.
Only 20 years.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like when you probably think of like, oh, 20 years, you're like, wait, sometimes I'm like, you're just getting started.
Honestly, my business changed probably really in the last 10 years. And then, Nicole and I have been a team together for the last only barely 2 years. So I look back at where I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, and I've come so far. But also I feel like, wow, I really am just getting started. This is just a whole new chapter. It's exciting.
So you guys have known each other since you were teenagers. I'm actually wearing this outfit today because I was like, I'm going to be in this whole vibe that they've known each other since a teenager.
I wish we got the memo.
These are Skims by the Dolce and Skims
Love it.
So
memo.
Love Leopard.
But you guys have known each other since 9th grade.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's 13,
Yeah.
12.
No,
What
13.
were
First day
you
of ninth
guys
grade, yeah.
like? Were you guys besties? Did you just know each other? What was your personality or friendship like?
Well, I remember it was first day of 9th grade, homeroom at El Camino, and Shauna walked in late, typical, and with these short shorts, really your shorts.
Oh, so you
really,
need these.
really
You need
short. She had these long legs and this long, beautiful blonde hair like she does now, and just didn't care. You look like she just rolled out of bed. But something about her. So she walked in. I said, you know what? I'm going to be friends with her. And the next day, we just so happened to be hanging out in the same kind of group of people, and that became our spot. I think our high school had cliques.
Yeah.
Everyone had a clique.
We were the cool.
We were the cool, the part of the cool crowd. We worked our way in there, and so hi, I'm Nicole. She's I'm Shauna, and and it was it was Shauna and then 2 other girlfriends of ours, the 4 of us became kind of our own little clique within the clique. And, we have the Fallbrook Mall picture moment and everything. And we were together all the time.
Yeah. And then we lived down the street from each other.
Yeah.
Literally, just right around the corner from each other.
Where did you go to high school?
In Woodland Hills.
El Camino.
Oh, Woodland Hills.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was raised in New Jersey, born in New York. So I don't
Valley.
We're at Valley.
Calabasas.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Where the Kardashians were.
Before the Kardashians. Yeah, but that's cool. And then you just continued to be friends, and in your 20s, you went off to real estate and you went off to...
Gosh, after high school, I went to beauty school, got my esthetician license, and I was in that world for a little bit running salons. And then when I was 20 or 21, I'm not sure, my mom called me. She was a title rep, and she was quit your job and join me. I need an assistant. I said, okay, cool. And the rest is history. I went into the business with her. We went to Orange County.
I didn't realize that you started with her with that.
Yeah, mom got me into it. And then we moved to Orange County, and then I got into subprime mortgage. Worked for 2 different subprime lenders. And then when I was 24, the crash was happening. I immediately was okay, I got to go back to LA because I was living in Orange County, and went onto Craigslist, and I saw an ad for a real estate assistant. And I was great, let me do that. And I'd already got my license because actually Shauna told me, you should just get your license. It's fun and, something to fall back on. So I said, sure, I'll get it. When I was probably 21 or 22. And yeah, so my first interview, I came to LA, interviewed with Sally, got the job on the spot. And I was with her for 16 years.
Mm-hmm. And like, she's amazing.
Yeah. She was a great mentor.
She's a beast.
She is a beast. Like that's, so like I come from like a background of like wellness and fitness. When I came to LA, I was like branding myself as a personality. Like they call them influencers now, which is like it's over like almost like too overly used. So like I'm an influencer. Right? You're like, okay, you're making money as an influencer, then maybe you are. So they used to call them personalities and used to get hired for television. And that's what brought me to LA initially. And then like I completely like shifted like so many years ago. I just am very into my spiritual life. So it was literally like a shift that I just made, and I wanted to be in this business. And one of the things that I will say that I know that you guys do really well and you take a lot of pride in is you actually do mentor people. Like there is not, and I talk about this openly because there's people that listen to this or are new agents or new in the business.
Yeah.
There is not proper mentorship in this business. People come into this business and you're just like, what is going on? You have to find someone that wants to invest in you. And it sounds like Sally did that with you.
Right. Well, I was also her right hand. You know, I worked for her. I was her transaction coordinator. Then I went on to become.
And Nicole's like
I evolved.
She was like the glue. Like, I mean, there was
like, so I remember I interviewed with Sally the day Michael Jackson died, because I was in real estate. I got my real estate license when I was 20, and I was telling you I was modeling and cocktailing, and I was like very heavy in the LA scene, being born and raised here. And so I got my license, and Nicole kept telling me, you know, why don't you come work with Sally? And I was like, I need a little bit of time. And so finally I did after a year. So I joined the team. There were like 5 or 6 of us on the team.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I was there for 13 years. She was 16 and she became like VIP of, you know, or
VIP.
She was VIP,
I was
also
VIP,
a VP of sales, and ran the team. And so took the team to like a 35-person team.
That's awesome.
And so, you know, I just hit my ceiling there. And so the mentorship thing is I had people that wanted to work, you know, with me and underneath me. And I was like, okay, well, how do I do this if I'm working under Sally? And things just weren't making sense for like branding and financially. And there were so many great things that I learned from Sally that I wanted to give to not with just work and business, but like life also.
Like giving back.
Like what?
It's our way of giving back.
Yeah.
Like what?
Just, you know, life isn't always so easy for everybody, and just there's a lot of challenges and things that come up, and, you know, business and personal things are so related. So if there's a way that we had a lot of women, I had a lot of women coming to me. This is before we even partnered up, that just to help people, you know, I feel like maybe like I understand life and I'm very connected. And so like, how do I like let people see like, okay, well, you can have whatever you want and you can also do this, and you just have to embody that, and you can do it too, you know? So that was just something for me that like it was important for me.
Can you think offhand of like a specific scenario of like, because this business is not easy and there's going to be challenges. People are challenging and you're like, fuck, like, you know, where you really just had to like tap into that personal connection that you have with yourself, and just like whatever the scenario was. Can you think of like a specific scenario?
I mean, there's so many things that happen, but I think like, you know, like one of my things is like learning to not take things like personal, you know, like,
I mean, that's hard.
It takes so much practice, you know, and that's really what it is. Like when you're in a good space and you know you're doing the right thing, and you know that it has nothing to do with you and it has to do with them, and you can use that in business or in life, you know, like, listen, people get upset all the time about deals and why is this happening, or why is my client doing this? And it's like, okay, if you can just take a minute and regroup and say, okay, this really has nothing to do with me. I'm like, they're obviously having a bad day or whatever, you know, then that's like very, very powerful when you can learn to not take things personal. So like that's been one of my biggest things, is trying to teach like the girls, or I don't even want to say girls anymore because now we have men on our team.
I mean, it's hard not to take things personally sometimes. And I would say like probably because when you're newer in the business, you're like, I'll take anything. Like you're like pouring into something, and like the opportunity of somebody giving you an opportunity that you're like, do I want to tell them like, you know, something that they may not want to hear? Like, I don't want to hurt their feelings, but it's like, they want to hear those things. Like that's what makes you good at what you're doing. So you're with Sally. What is something that you learned from Sally that to this day, you're like, I learned that from her? Like this is whatever it is, like with a client or how you do a deal, like what is something specific that you learned from her?
For me, she was my college. I mean, I started with her at 24. So I learned so much from her. I mean, not just, obviously real estate and managing deals, but managing people, conflict resolution, how to not engage, talking about not taking it personally. I'll never forget. I went into her office one day crying over a deal, and we were with our business coach at the time, Steve Shull. He was like a big coach at the time. And he goes, Nicole, take a breath. I said, okay. I don't know. I was probably like 26, 27. And he goes, do not engage. Just stop. Don't engage. And it was just like such a light bulb moment. And I was like, you mean I can still give it my all? Because I'm someone who just I pour my heart into everything I do. And I can give it my all and not engage emotionally. And it was such a game changer for me, because I was able to really look at transactions and people and situations from a kind of like a bird's eye view and not get in the way, because we get in the way. Like we're the agents are the ones who get in the way of making things happen. And so when I really got that is when I feel like I really elevated in real estate.
Yeah, Sally, she's
so good at it.
She doesn't get emotional about deals.
Never.
Like I've rarely seen her angry or like cuss. I mean, I have like the mouth of a truck driver.
I love it.
It's like, so like, so that for me, she's relentless. And her follow-up, like she still writes down every person that she's ever spoken to. And when she does her, her calls, and it's incredible. But again, like the biggest thing, like you said, is like to not see her get emotional about deals is like, wow, she really knows how to keep her composure.
Yeah. It makes you wonder if she actually like, did get emotional at one time and was able to see like, oh my God, like this is what happens. Let me like take a step back and like regroup.
Yeah. Like if that's something like she learned over time.
I'm sure. I'm
sure it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like, but
probably.
Yeah.
Wait, so I want to talk about this one specific property that you guys, it's been like, so I was mentioning to you guys that I've been in the business for about 3 years, and it is a fucking grind.
Sure.
Like it is, like you do not get the memo.
Yeah.
You do not, unless you have like a friend who's been in the business and they're like, yeah, just like, opens a door. Like I created a door. I saw a crack and just stuck my little foot in it. And that's sort of how it sort of like led me to where I was today. Like, and I was telling them right before we started to record, which is like, I introduce myself to everyone. I see people as people. I think it's because I had a fitness business that I did work with a lot of like celebrities and talent. So it's easy for me to just like disconnect from it. So I would just introduce myself to agents. And I met a woman and she brought me on her team at AKG. Okay. And fast forward, that's what opened my door to be with the agency. Because people are like, how'd you go with the agency? But like, it's more of like, I just see people for who they are. And I'm just like, all I'm doing is introducing myself. I don't need something from them. And I think like people can really sense that like desperate energy.
Yes.
You're like, I don't need something from you. And if I don't need something from you, then I can just be myself and just disconnect and be like, okay, cool. Like we may see each other.
Resonate with authenticity.
People,
that's what they resonate with the most.
Read energy. Yeah.
But you guys do, and I want to go back to that Serenity because it's been on my mind, especially like somebody who's newer. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. You guys kind of like sense energy when you go into homes.
Sure.
And then how do you do that? You get the listing appointment, you go to it, and you decide like, oh my God, this house is like not for us. Is that like?
No, I think that there's. So you had mentioned Serenity. Like this is a developer that we've worked with for many years. So that's a totally different.
But that's not my question. But I was wondering, like when you do go into places, you were telling me like you can sense like if there's like good energy.
she has stronger senses.
Yeah.
I don't work on mine as much.
No,
but
we've walked, I mean, definitely, we walked into houses and there's some just energy. You just feel it. Listen, real estate is actually a very spiritual practice. I mean, entrepreneurship is a very spiritual practice. It's a huge faith walk, but also real estate, because this is where people's homes are. This is where they live. It's a very energetic thing, and it's a very spiritual thing. And people once have lived in a property. People have potentially died in a property. People have been born in a property potentially. So there's a lot of energy in homes. And I've walked into homes. I've been able to walk in. I've sensed immediately if there's something that's gone down there. You feel it, down to where the location is. Sometimes it's pretty, it stays there.
And what do you just say? Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to take this listing on?
There's one property in particular that I never even followed up with the guy afterwards. Like, I knew I didn't want anything to do with it.
Oh, yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
I mean, that's when you're strong in your business.
There's something there. I was like, I don't even want it, Shauna.
Well, he was nuts too, this one particular person.
I was like, Shauna, I don't even want it.
Yeah, I was like, it's like, well, you get to the point where it's like, like I've been in this business for 20 years and, business is great. And, you get to the point where it's like, you can now choose somewhat who you want to work with or not work with, so it's very powerful. There's people where I've let them go. I've fired them because I'm just like, this is not worth my time, energy, or money. Mm-hmm. I'd rather have my peace and deal with you.
Yeah. And I might refer them to somebody for help. That's not my wheelhouse. I can identify it, but that's not what I do. Mm-hmm. I don't clear houses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like with things like that, there's spiritual, guides and cleansers that come in and will clean and do rituals and things like that to help get out any sort of spirits or energies. Mm-hmm. So we use those people.
We've had a few of them on the podcast.
Yeah. We use them for ourselves too. Why not houses?
I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
But I think that's what makes it so cool, just to work with individuals that are just like, this is how we can pick and choose who we want to work with.
Yeah.
And we're okay with. I had my first situation like that where this woman was just really abusive to me, really abusive. And I was like, let me just pause and take a step back because it's not about me.
Right.
Yeah.
It takes work to be like, this is not about me. Let me take a step back. I don't need to respond right now. And when I'm ready to respond, I'll respond.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I just talked to one of the partners and he was like, no matter where you are in your business, you have a choice.
Yeah.
You can choose, and you can also let go of a fear thinking that you're so attached to one thing. Mm-hmm. But if you can just let go, more will come to you of people that are aligned with what you're putting out. But so I've been really interested about this. And this is a specific question coming from me. You guys sold Serenity, with it being on the market for 1 day.
Yeah.
Now, what does that look like? Because from someone who's like, okay, so they just put it on the market yesterday and then today it's sold. Are you making calls for 2 weeks? What does that look like when you guys are
pre-market for years?
Well, I sold it to him 4 years prior.
Yeah.
So
Ray Noroshi?
Rampton is Ray Nasrati.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So it wasn't really a 1 day,
okay.
Even though it seems like a 1 day sale. Yeah. I mean, it was and he's the type of client that there's some people who they don't want anybody in their house until the house is done. Furniture, artwork, and it's perfect. Mm-hmm. And then there's other people, developers, that they want to sell their houses before they're on the market. Mm-hmm. So this is not a 1 day. I think we were showing it a year and a half.
We pitch it during that process, but we also build a lot of hype. We do a lot of pre-marketing, so it builds an anticipation and excitement for people. And then when it's done, they want to come see it. And it just so happened that I think we were on the MLS 1 day. We had our brokers invite only party with a DJ and some charcuterie and everything else. And then Brandon walks in and he's like, oh my God, this is the most insane house I've ever seen.
It's like,
I'm selling it
this
tonight.
house tonight.
Yeah.
Get everybody out of here.
Oh my God, I love
He's coming at 7:00.
We literally,
Yeah.
everyone got out like at 6:00 sharp. They like put the rest of the charcuterie board in the trash can, like cleaned up really quick. It was like, it was so fast. And we made the house perfect for Rich to come in and bought it on the spot.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, so he then got rid of the one, or he still has the one?
He still has that. So this is just like a landing pad, because that's going to be like a few year, project, because he's redoing that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, must be nice.
I mean, like sometimes I feel like a virgin. I'm like, that is amazing. Like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, so because you guys have had this business for such a long time, what does that look like? Like when you really think about like, okay, so we built our business, now you guys have systems in place, but what does that look like where you've actually built the business to the point that you're selling these luxury? Because you guys are literally, you're being maybe humble today, maybe when you leave here, it'll be different, but it's like you guys have really created as two females to be like, I don't want to say powerhouse, but you've really created like such an amazing a powerhouse. But like you guys have created this amazing business in the luxury space. And there's a lot of men in that space as well.
Yeah.
But like you both have created that. And what if you were to speak more specifically, like it led to this, but now you're selling a developer's home, so he's your client.
Yeah. You want specific, like what I did? So like, one of my biggest things is I've always been a connector my whole life. Like, I've always been a networker. I've always nurtured relationships. That is, like, I think that's the key in no matter anything you do in life, in business, relationships. It's like, who can you pick up and call, right? If you need something. So I started off, even though I had a lot of connections, and this came from Steve Scholl. And when I was with Sally, he said, Shauna, go and door knock and go take like your new construction packets, go get appointments, and go hit every new construction site in town and bring Sally on those appointments. And that's what I did for a long time. I still to this day do that, like once a week, or I have one of my other, a girlfriend that I still do business with. I mean, we go hit up new construction sites and I have my packets and this is what we sold and this is who we are. And we talk to people and we have fun. And so I've been doing that for 15 plus years. And I look back now, even like Rampton Nisrati, I met him because I had door knocked a client and on a new construction. I didn't get that. Well, I ended up getting that listing, but they ended up selling me or letting me list the lot on Bundy, which was the $44 million Brentwood Oasis that I ended up selling for him. He had called, and that's how like our relationship started, how I met him. But so if I look back at like all of the business I've done, a lot of it goes back specifically to hitting up doors and hitting up new construction. So that's what has worked for me. And I preach that like with all of my teammates and everybody on my team, like go out. If you don't have somebody to sell to, go knock on a door or call expireds, call somebody, do something, talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm. I mean, no, it's true. Like, I mean, and for me, like, I'm just relentless with follow up. Like, I mean, people have like complained that we're annoying. You know, they've called people and been like, can you please have these girls stop calling me? Like, they're like a dog on a bone. And I mean, that's what we do. And that's what I did for Sally for so long too. It's like, we're always hustling, figuring out like, okay, who has a buyer for this? Who has a buyer for that? We're shuffling buyers from this property to this property. We had a lot of inventory for, when especially with Sally, we do now as well. But, that's just how it all started. And we started like a shuffleboard, and you take from one, a buyer from this property to that property. I mean, she mentioned Bundy that we sold for $44 million. That was a showing that Sally and I were doing in Truesdale during COVID. And he goes, I need a house with more. I want a basketball court. I want yard.
And he didn't want to go west of the
he was like, and I'm like, well, you got to see Bundy. It's coming. We're almost done with it. We're literally like finishing staging today. And it like just put up like the last piece of art. And he goes, never. I will never go west of the 405. I'm staying, I want to be in Beverly Hills. And Sally and I were like, no. Just come and see it. And so I call Shauna. She was there. I forget.
With another
you're doing another showing. I'm like, Shauna,
we had two offers. We had two offers.
We have,
on that
someone's coming. Jeff Feinberg's coming right now. You got to show the house. And she was like, but I have another showing. I'm like, it doesn't matter. You got to do it. Like, we're going to make it happen right now. And he went there, loved it, ended up buying it.
Wanted to buy it.
$44 million 1 week before we hit the market. And so like but that's what we do. That's what we're really involved in. And Shauna, yes, is a great connector. I mean, she's still friends with people from preschool. That's just who she
My
is.
best friend I've had since I was like 4.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I wish I had something like that.
Yeah.
So it really, it's really great. And, I mean, like, we're all connectors. And so, and so that's what we do. And we're constantly, and it's fun for us.
Yeah.
Like we're up sometimes, till 1 a.m, like, and it's funny because like we're not the only ones doing this. Like I'll like, text like somebody, I'm like, hey, do you have this, whatever, do you have something up to 20 that, has this and this if I have a buyer, and like hoping they're going to see it in the morning, and they'll respond to me at 1 a.m. And I'm just like nobody sleeps in this business. It's kind of funny, especially this one.
That's so funny.
She'll respond at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I love it.
So
Well, I was in Europe and she was like, Shauna, I'm getting really concerned.
she wasn't sleeping.
She said,
I'm like,
you need
how are
to
you
sleep.
sleeping?
I'm like, no, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm sleeping. I do my work and I sleep, and then
Yeah, because she could go back to sleep. I can't. Like once if I looked at my phone in the middle of the night, like I'm
Yeah,
up. Like I
I
can't
sleep
go back to bed.
Oh my God. I shouldn't tell you what I
can't
do.
stay in the room with her if we travel anymore because the light goes on nonstop. She's pulling up her phone
but
constantly.
she also needs like the
I
earplugs
do.
and the sound noise, and she's like really.
I'm a really light sleeper, so
special
I need like
and-
everything.
so like
Wow.
But she's constantly picking up her phone and working and like
I
will be
love
on her
it.
phone. I'm like, who are you talking to? It's
Oh my
freaking
God.
4 in
I
the morning.
love it.
But there's somebody doing business everywhere
Yeah.
at all times.
Yeah. I just thought about it. My friend Dara, we've been friends since like 5 years old. But I sometimes, because some people have gotten mad at me for texting him, because I love working at night.
yeah.
Yeah, I get like a boost.
I love like morning time is like the way that I ground myself. I like to meditate and like hydrate and get sunshine and like set the intention for the day. Like I can't show up for others unless I'm like
For yourself.
Sure.
me. Like,
So you've had people get upset that you.
so I've like
to,
text people
like,
sometimes
late
at like
or
10, 11 at night.
Oh.
So what I've been doing is then just, you know how you can schedule your text?
I just figured that out. I was
Okay,
like,
so I
this is
told
crazy.
Christian, yes. So now that's what I've been doing. I schedule emails, I schedule texts.
So funny.
So I already know I'm going to get a response. And by the time they respond, I'm ready to
See,
respond.
I just send it, and I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I feel like nowadays, like everybody puts their phone away or put on silent or
Yeah.
whatever, and it's
Yeah.
like they just don't look at it.
Yeah.
They'll see it in the morning.
Yeah.
And then be like, wow, she's a beast. She's
Yeah,
not-
yeah, yeah.
Or I'll send emails like at 2 a.m. Like, whatever.
It's just how you operate. It's
Yeah.
just like your system.
It's just like if I have something in my mind or I think of something, then it's like I just want to get it out.
We can't ever turn our minds off fully. That's
Yeah.
that's the sad part about it is that it's like they're always on. I can like I'm
can't,
big on
but-
meditation.
Yeah.
I can disconnect to meditate, and when I have my own time, I'm pretty good about it. But otherwise, then I'm right back to it.
Yeah.
It things pop in my mind
But
constantly.
like also like I love this business. Like I
Yeah.
genuinely like
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with it. Like
Yeah.
I love it. I feel so blessed to be in it. And so it's like when you're doing something that you love and then that's like fun, it's like it's like you said, like it's hard to turn it off, but it's like it's such a big part of our
it's
lives.
because of fun for us. Yeah, it is. It is. a
Like if I
part of-
hated it and I hated this business,
Right.
then like that would be a different story.
Torturous.
But
So when I spoke to you, Nicole, a couple weeks ago, you were like, oh, on Mondays, we go through our call list.
Yeah.
Momentum Monday.
And what?
Momentum Monday.
Oh, cool. So what is it? You're just like going through all of your contacts and you're just like calling them saying like, we have this coming up. This is still on the market. Like, what does that look like?
And we go through all of our lead sheets.
Yeah.
And we just start hitting everyone up, scheduling lunches, dinners, appointments. Let's go see this
Yeah,
property.
we try to fill up our schedule.
Our
Yeah.
schedule's basically full by
Yeah.
end of day Monday. It's full for the whole week and even into the following week.
Yeah.
So who is it that you're having
out.
lunch with? Like people that you met at the, like you went out to,
Yeah,
okay.
it's either
Business connections.
Yeah, it's anybody that could
leads.
potentially, be a client or again, friend.
Referral source.
Yeah, like it just whoever that could. Not just. It's not just about business. You know what I mean? Like I genuinely enjoy meeting people and connecting with people, and it's like those just naturally turn into business relationships. So I don't always look at it, but yeah, sometimes it's like, okay, we have to take this person out because like David, he just had a birthday and we're going to list his property and things like that. So. But it's not always just about that. And I think that's another reason why, too. It's like people don't think that we're just for the business. Like we also
Right.
want to bring value and, so.
But it also seems like you guys are really intentional when you do things. Like it doesn't seem like, oh my God, like it's again, it goes back to like that desperate energy that you're just like, okay, like, okay. And I think that there's a way where it's like, you know, that you want to get this person as a client, or you want their business, or you want their connection, but you have to sort of like remove yourself from that and almost make them the focus.
Yeah.
There's a finesse.
Yeah. And there's times too where it's like, we don't get that business, you know what I mean? Or we don't get a deal or something or whatever. And
you don't take it personal. It's like,
no,
okay.
I go, okay, like, it's like can't be sour grapes, you know, like you don't be sour grapes, like don't get upset, you know, because you don't know what that next deal is going to look like. Maybe they have a deal for you, you know,
maybe it doesn't
in a
work
year.
out the agent. Maybe they end up calling you.
Yeah, you end up being the second agent.
Second or the third agent.
So
it's so important to keep it positive and just like be grateful throughout regardless, because you're here for the relationship. We're not transactional. I think that's the difference, is when people are in that desperate state of mind. Like it's very much, it's transaction.
You're short-sighted.
It's short-sighted. It's a transaction for them. This is not a transaction for us. These are lifelong friends. These are people that like we end up becoming very close with at some point. Like it's so much more meaningful that way. And that's kind of how we also run our business. It's such a relational business. And it has to have meaning for it, for us to even feel like, if I don't feel like I'm being purposeful in what I'm doing, I don't want to show up every day.
Yeah. And I think like I was reading about this like a couple months ago, or like some YouTube video. I'm always like staying on top of something just in related to the real estate business. But one of them is like, read a book on psychology, like learn about people's personalities. Like you don't need to, you know, it's great to know the market and this thing and what's being sold and what just sold and doing the comps. And if you're listing something, but like study people.
Sure.
Like study people, you know, like I think that's like, and going back to what you were just saying right now, it's kind of like there is a finesse. There's a way of like for me, I was telling someone the other day, because I am in service in different ways besides real estate, which is like, let the person finish what they're saying instead of thinking in your head what you're about to say, because you're going to miss something if you're just thinking about yourself and you'll get that moment, but let them finish, because people can feel if you're listening.
Yeah.
People can they like that connection. People like to talk about something that
feel seen.
Yes.
And heard,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
But sometimes, like you said, like it's like less is more, you know? So you can't be a good listener if you're talking. You know?
Yeah. So you guys have this amazing listing. Listing. I was telling Christian, I was like, these bitches have, they have a listing. It's 118 million. Like that's amazing.
Yeah.
Is that like a career high? Is that like a goal?
Yeah. This is somebody that literally is like 12 years in the making.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And like, I don't want to say I begged him, but you know,
we are persistent
on
all the time. She'd always send messages. So when are you going to put me on your listing? So when are you going to put me on your listing? So hi, when are you?
What is it? Perseverance and patience?
Yeah. And he also like,
he's so nice.
He's so nice.
Awesome.
And like he had given me like, I remember he called me one day, and he was like a couple of years ago, and he's like, "Hey, Shauna," he's like, "So I have this condo, and it's, you know, $1 million condo, and I'm wondering, do you know anybody who could help me sell it?" And I was like, what am I, fucking chopped liver over here? You know, like, what do you mean? He goes, am I not qualified? He goes, no, you're overqualified. I'm like, listen, I want to work with you. Like, I don't care if it's $1 million condo or like 180, like, I'll take it. You know, I don't, so like, I'm like, okay, so this guy's like giving me his $1 million condos, and I'm asking him for his like, you know, $100 million listings.
Yeah.
And it took time. And I mean, this was like a couple of years ago, and finally just being persistent and on top of him, he finally was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you guys a shot. So
I hope you guys close.
Thank you.
I really do that you guys, because I'm like in the room with you guys, and it's so cool that I'm like, I hope they have this. Like, that's amazing.
We would love that.
And I appreciate you saying that, because somebody was last week was like, oh, my client wants somebody who's really established to do this $2 million listing. But he's like, I don't do $2 million.
Oh, really?
And I was like, okay. I was like, I mean,
I do it all.
Man, we
Yeah,
do it all.
I think
And
that's cool.
like we also have a team, and we have a team of really great agents. We're blessed to have really great agents under us. And so if it's something that we're not personally managing, someone on our team is going to handle it for you. And I trust that they're going to run with it. And we're also involved. I mean, the same day that we had our open that I saw you at Bel Air Road, at 20 Bel Air Road for 118 million.
Yeah.
We came on the market with a listing in Woodland Hills for $1.1 million.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, we give attention to both.
Yeah.
We're in escrow on the Woodland Hills one right now. We're dealing with the request for repair right now. And I'm also, pitching Bel Air to everybody. And, anybody who has a buyer that's in town that wants to see it. So it's, we do everything.
Yeah, but that's cool because it just goes to show it's like I'm not above.
No.
Like we're just
Gas
like
money,
here
baby.
to serve. Gas money.
But that was it's actually something that we also learned from Sally.
That's what I was going to say.
Sally instilled that in us too. Like
she
you do business
had-
anywhere and everywhere.
I remember we also
The Spelling Manor.
Spelling Manor for $150 million.
Yeah.
And then she had a condo in Canoga Park for like 40. Like
No, it was like 80,000. It was your
I don't
listing.
think it was that much. I know it was like $45,000.
The tiniest thing.
So it was like the price point of that was the scale was so different, and that just goes back to being relationships. Relationships being the service business and servicing. Because again, you don't know. Like, okay, I'm renting this guy a friend's house out for $5,000, but you know what? The next deal he's going to call me. He's going to want to buy a $5 million house.
It's like one of those things that you just like never know. It's like that whole like treating people the way you want to be treated, but also you never know like if that person knows someone.
And
like,
they do. It's LA. Everyone knows someone. We're a melting pot. Everyone knows somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You'd be so surprised.
Mm-hmm. That's why like I always try to just prioritize like the relationship that I make with the other person. Because there's people like that'll say to me like, oh, this person is blah, blah, blah. And I've politely have said to them like, that's amazing. But like, I want to have my own relationship with that person.
Yeah.
Because they don't know me and I don't know them.
Yeah.
So I would much rather start with like, not something in my mind being like, oh, they're this and this and this. I'm like, because I don't know how they're going to connect with me.
Do you know how many people started like in this business, started as bartenders or started as valet drivers at the Beverly Hills Hotel, making connections in those jobs and made it from that? I mean, so many people. And I mean, that's where they met people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Everyone, contacts lead to contracts.
Yeah.
So we say.
I door knock, Shauna.
You do?
I door knock all the time.
I love that.
I just listed this new construction on Monday and I got it from door knocking.
Love that.
The Mar Vista one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
That's great.
I got it from door knocking. It's amazing. And like I've had a relationship with like a builder for so many years who does like high-end private clients. But like it was so cool to be able to like understand it so much more when you're like in the project.
Yeah.
So I followed up with her for 4 months.
Yeah.
I always had a reason to connect with her.
Yeah.
I wasn't like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. What
like-
were the reasons?
I just always had we always had a reason. And then she kept connecting with us, be like, oh, the electrician came today. This is what's done. I talked to the city. We're going to have the C of O on this day.
Yeah.
Like she was talking to us. And then we would just say like, we were pushing it on tan.
Yeah.
And we would have people that were inquiring, but for the most part, it was hard to get people in when the home wasn't like specifically done. Mm-hmm. But we had a couple showings. We had showings with some people. There was a couple times that I went there to take photos of the progress, but she always let me go.
Yeah,
we just kept following up with her. And about 3.5 weeks ago, she was like, I really believe in you guys. So it was like,
Is that a good feeling?
it's such an awesome feeling because you door knock. I mean, I door knock a lot of doors.
Yeah.
I do like maybe 100 to 300 a week.
Wow. Really?
Yeah. I do newsletters.
Do you do the same neighborhood?
No. Right now I am doing the same neighborhood. Like I have a weekly newsletter that goes out every Saturday and I have a paper newsletter that is about what I have listed and my podcast and just like an Instagram thing, something that just connects the person to me. And I drop them on people. I do like 300 drops on people's doors.
Wow.
Do you door knock by yourself or?
Well, I mostly door knock with someone.
Yeah.
But lately I'm like, fuck it. I can door knock myself.
Yeah. It's just like, for me, it's fun to go with somebody.
It is fun when you go
there's like the banter and you can have fun and you can play off each other.
I know.
Sometimes one person connects with the other person more than.
I know. And then there's that other part where people are like, I'm busy. And I'm like, yeah, but this is my schedule. I got to keep moving. Like, I got to keep going. Like, I got to just keep going.
Yeah.
And on that, you guys are moms.
Yeah.
And like, you're texting at 3 a.m., you're up till 1 a.m. Like, what does it look like you guys also showing up as like for your business as a mom, being present, doing this, doing that? Like, what does that look like? Like,
moms don't sleep. I mean, that's like a universal agreement. Like, once you have a baby, you've given up on sleep. So, I mean, we catch up sometimes, but you just do it. You just do it.
I mean, we're very blessed also because like we have a lot of help. Like I'm very close with my mom. I mean, I'm not with my son's father anymore, but he's great and he's so supportive and he's so helpful. And so we co-parent great, which is special. And I'm really close with my mom. So I'm lucky because I do have a lot of help, you know? But also, you know, I have to also be very like conscious of, you know, when I putting the phone down when I'm with him. He's very big into like sports and I'm always trying to do active stuff with him and, you know, Universal or travel or whatever, because you got to keep these kids busy. But I try to put my phone down and take time and be conscious of that because, you know, like these kids are on their phone so much. So it's like, oh, well, I'm trying to tell him, you know, you need to, you know, you limited time on your iPad or whatever. And he's like, well, you're working. I mean, you're on your phone. I'm like, well, are you paying the fucking bills?
Yeah. It's like a balance.
But yeah, so it's a balance. Yeah. You know, taking time for yourself and taking care of your kids. I mean, kids, they're your number one, you know? So.
Yeah. I mean, my girls are 12 and 14 now. So like they're busy. I mean, their social lives are like far exceed mine. And
they're bringing you business now.
They are.
That is
they're actually
true.
excellent lead sources.
I love it.
Yeah. We closed deals because of that.
Yeah.
So and now it's like they want to be paid in designer brands.
Her daughter's at like what's that like every
so I'm like, can I go in with you?
Yeah. She's like, you're so embarrassing.
That's so embarrassing to me.
Yeah. I tell Ava all the time. I was like, well, if you want those, what did she want? She wanted Givenchy boots. I'm like, well, girl, if you get us this deal, I'll buy you those boots.
Oh my God, I love it.
Yeah.
And she's like, you guys are so embarrassing.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah. So I mean, you balance it again. You just figure it out. Like, and I also have a lot of help. My mom helps me a lot. She lives in my guest house, and so she's really proactive in the girls' lives. And we just do it. We figure it out. It's, you know,
that's amazing.
And you just juggle all of it. It actually makes us more productive, I feel like, because you don't have time to waste. You really monetize every single minute and make the best of it. And
then you have so much, your purpose is like, there's so much more.
Yeah.
Like your purpose is like, I have my kids.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I like to hear about the mom stuff because I like think about like being a mom.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, because I've been an entrepreneur since I've been a teenager.
Yeah. Same.
Like I remember the first vision board I made, you know, like I've had a spiritual practice and I've been a teenager. Like I truly believe that the universe was the biggest thing that I can imagine for as long as I can remember. And I love that you guys have known each other your whole entire life. Like it's amazing. I like to ask my guests 3 questions before they leave. What is a non-negotiable in your morning routine that sets you up for the day?
Matcha. Like I have to have my matcha.
She does.
Yeah.
What's a non-negotiable? I mean, for me, it's always meditation and prayer. Like for me, that's a huge part of my life. So
yeah, I love that. What is a piece of advice that you can give someone, whether in their business or the relationship or just like their overall mental health?
I mean, like my biggest thing, I think I always go back to like not taking anything personal. Like,
it's not about you.
It's like, it's not about you. Like that's
take a step back. Like don't internalize it. Don't overthink. Don't spiral. It's not about you. Protect you first.
Yeah. It's like protecting your energy.
Yeah.
What are 3 qualities peers would say about you?
About me? Probably that I'm witty, funny.
True.
What else? Hustler. What else?
What are you, a connector?
Yeah, definitely. Like nurture my relationships, like connector. Yeah, that'd probably be like my 3 biggest things.
I don't know. What would 3 things my peer would say about me?
Tenacious.
I have a very deep spiritual side. So definitely that. Tenacious. And what else?
A little crazy, you know.
My mother, you know, I'm very just proactive in the girls' lives. I'm very much a mom in everything I do. And I mean, like
loves, like,
I love
the girls are like
they're my life. It really is. Like, I'm a full on volleyball mom. I'm everywhere all the time. I'm juggling a lot constantly. So I think mother is a word to describe me as well.
I love it. And you guys can come back anytime. You want to talk spiritual? We could talk forever.
Thank you.
I like to invite the universe in any space that I go to. So when people leave me, they're able to carry it onto others.
Yeah.
Where could people find you guys? Plug yourselves.
I'm at Shauna Sells Homes, SHAUNA Sells Homes. And we're also at Walters. Was it at
Walters.Plaxen.Estates, and I'm at Nicole.DeLeo.Plaxen.
Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you soon. You can hit that subscribe button. Thank you, ladies.
Yes,